We're live from Slugger Field this evening, Louisville, Kentucky, as the champions return home to take on Ottawa Fury, off to a fantastic start in 2019 here in the USL Championship. This match is presented to you by Four Roses Bourbon. Chris Winningham alongside Sam Stockley for commentary of this one. Louisville coming in, getting in a late equalizer against Tampa Bay a weekend ago. Abdou Jam with the 88th minute goal. Ottawa 2-0 winners over Loudoun United last time out. As we can now begin to preview this one, we'll start with our player with the most potential coming into this one, and that has to be the goal scorer from a weekend ago, Abdou Jam.
Yes, very excited to watch this young boy play. Done very well, scoring goals. As you mentioned, he got the equalising goal down at Tampa Bay last week, and he's definitely one to watch. It's going to be real difficult for Benatham and Milieu Jagur to be able to deal with his presence up top.
And Jam, who, as you will see here, gets the goal against Tampa Bay. That gets them their point. Tonight's player with the most potential is Abdou Jam. Our player with the most potential is sponsored by Kosair Charity, showing children their potential instead of their obstacles since 1923. He's now get to a player to watch for Ottawa this evening, and that is Kevin Oliveira. Among the goal scorers a weekend ago against Loudoun United, has 2 on the year.
Yeah. Going to be a great atmosphere for him. When I mean atmosphere, I'm talking about the field. He loves to get at people. It's going to be slick, it's going to be wet. He can come inside, he can go outside. He's direct, he's crafty, and he scores goals.
Indeed, a rainy evening at Slugger Field. The conditions will certainly play a role, but Kevin Oliveira, 4 goals and 4 assists a year ago, already with 2-1 in 2019. The champions looking to get back to winning ways. Difficulties in terms of injuries to take on an Ottawa Fury side off to a great start. It's Louisville City, and it's Ottawa Fury, and it's next.
It's a simple truth. There is no better place than where you are right now. Celebrate the moment. Feed the wolf.
More athletic, more refined, more sport, more utility, more performance, more traction, more confidence. Toyota has taken the all-new RAV4, the best-selling SUV in America, and redefined what an SUV can be. Introducing the all-new, completely redesigned Toyota RAV4. Now get $1,000 finance cash on any new 2019 RAV4, or a low-mileage lease on this RAV4 LE for just $209 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
We are those searching the unlimited, the unrestrained. Those that understand that life is a pursuit. Feed the wolf.
Complaining about your allergies won't make them go away, but calling Family Allergy and Asthma can. We offer the most effective treatments available to help you find relief. No more symptoms means no more complaining. Family Allergy and Asthma.
Since 1923, Kosair Charities has shown children their potential instead of their obstacles. So they see the world as a place of possibility, where great things can take flight. When you support Kosair Charities, you help elevate every aspect of a child's life. Together, our kids, an entire community, can reach new heights. There's so much more to do. Join us by donating today.
Mike Smith is off. He's in the lead. He's heading to find Wines, and an outstanding choice there. Mike's gonna go wide, but he's heading into Bourbon turn, and it's justified. Gaining ground to Craft Beers, but wait, he's stopping for a taste at the line. It's Mike Smith for the win.
Hello, Chad.
Good to see you again, Mr. Smith.
Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Isn't it time to finally do something about your allergies? Rush allergy shots at Family Allergy and Asthma can begin to work in as little as 1 day, so you can find permanent relief faster than ever. Don't wait to feel better. Family Allergy and Asthma.
GE Appliances welcomes you on the field for tonight's game broadcast. Louisville City and Ottawa Fury coming out onto the field as this pitch continues to absorb the rain coming down in the Louisville area. Not yet done with the cold season here in Kentucky. Rain and wind certainly in the area. So take a look at the upcoming schedule for Louisville City. Next time out at home against Memphis 901 FC, who have struggled on the campaign. Now let's bring you tonight's starting lineups. They're presented by UPSjobs.com. And for Louisville City, an unchanged team from the team that got a point away from home against Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Yeah, and for me, it's a big one. You know, it's about the system, not the players. That's what Coach John Hackworth has. You see McCabe on that left-hand side. He might tuck under Jam, you know, and then you've got Lucky on that right-hand side, who's a very good player and is going to cause problems down that right-hand side.
And Casey Clark, Jeff D, Elijah Winder on the bench, perhaps not expected to feature for Louisville City heading into the year, but injuries have certainly forced their hand. And also the Ottawa Fury team with Onuo Obasi coming in on that left-hand side. He comes in for Chris Manel. That's the only change for Nikola Popovic's men.
Going to be a big game for me for the front three. They're so interchangeable with Olivieri, Sam and Francois. Those three can really connect and play. They're a dynamic front three. As I mentioned, they link well, and it's going to be a tough night for Louisville City centre-backs.
And we're just about ready to get started here. Farhad Dadko, our match day referee for Louisville City, and John Hackworth. A difficult job on hand, already losing some key contributors in the offseason, and now dealing with injuries as we are underway from Slugger Field here in the championship. Louisville City, the champions, getting a point away from home, testing the Tampa Bay Rowdies goalkeeper plenty on the night, but getting the 88th minute equalizer from Abdou Jam, who will lead the line again tonight, the Senegalese striker joining from the University of Connecticut for Ottawa Fury. The best starts in the history of their club. 7 points from their opening available 12, including a win last time out against Loudoun United. Sam, who leads the line tonight for Ottawa, getting a goal alongside Kevin Oliveira, the Cape Verde international.
Yeah, we mentioned him in the pre-game, quality player. He works so well for me with Sam. Sam, you see number 11 there, closing the ball. Young, wily, very good feet, connects well. Definitely one to watch.
Well taken there by McCabe. Now opportunity on here for Lucky Kusana, who sends the cross into the penalty area. Well headed away there by Dakota Barnathan. Tonight's first half is brought to you by El Nopal Mexican Cuisine. Be sure to visit any of the 27 Louisville area locations. La Fiesta starts here, proud partner of Louisville City FC, excuse me.
I like that lot there by Lucky Kusana. The way he delivers the ball early. Really good little space that opened up, didn't get any pressure from the outside back, and he delivers that ball and earns the team a corner in the first 2 minutes.
And it'll be Oscar Jimenez who will deputize at right back this evening. 13 assists a year ago for Louisville City. The corner is taken short, and the first time delivery is into the area from McCabe, and repelled by Ottawa Fury only as far as Sean Francis, who will wear the armband tonight. And return service in, the header is on. Rasmussen through the puddles trying to get to it. And you see the pitch carrying some water, particularly on that infield area of the baseball pitch. As will be a goal kick here, as we can now bring you tonight's keys to the game. They're presented by the Kentucky Lottery. Sam Stockley, what do you have for us in terms of keys to this one?
You know, Louisville, for me, they've really got to be very careful of an active front three coming in from Ottawa Fury. As mentioned them just before, how good they are. And then they've just got to get through this injury spell with so many key players off the field. It's so difficult for them. But as I mentioned, it's a system. And that's what Coach John Hackworth has. He's implemented a system with them. So.
And tonight's keys to the game are powered by Kentucky Lottery, who reminds you that lottery proceeds fund college scholarship and grant programs, including every dollar of the popular Keys Scholarship Program. And you mentioned some of those injuries. Paulo Del Piccolo not available to John Hackworth this evening, a key figure in the center of midfield. And now on the ball in the center of the park, Speedy Williams. His advantage is played for the tackle on Oscar Jimenez. Left nicely there by Jam into the penalty area. Rasmussen, his strike towards goal, well cut out.
You can see Louisville FC's game plan straight away. They're going to try and expose those little areas behind the front three or the two wide players for Ottawa Fury with Francois and Olivieri. They love to get forward, as we mentioned, and that leaves a lot of space in behind for McCabe and Lucky.
Jimenez.
So used to seeing Jimenez on that left-hand side, but you know, you'll see in a minute, if there's a corner on one side, he'll take it 1 foot. If it's on the other, he'll take it with his other foot. Such a key player, such a great player, loves to get forward.
Speedy Williams didn't see man on, and now Francois towards the area, tries to deliver towards more Sam, but well cut out. Kevin Oliveira as well, threatening down that left-hand side as the strike comes through from some distance. And simple goal kick here for Ben Lund, who does not have too much in the way of cover available on the bench. Casey Clark called up, but both backup goalkeepers, Chris Hubbard and Tim Dobrovolsky, unavailable due to injury. They join Jose Carranza, who's yet to make an appearance on the year. Mentioned Del Piccolo already. George Davis, the fourth unavailable for selection tonight, as are Luke Spencer and Brian Omby, as the injuries continue to pile up for the champions.
Might see a little bit of that. A couple of long-range shots in the first 5-6 minutes there, Chris. Why not? Just test the goalkeeper, especially down shooting to the right-hand side with that turf in there. We already see the wet, the speed, and how it will catch and be difficult for the goalkeeper.
Sean Toch. John Hackworth praised for growing into that holding midfield role. He's normally deputized as a central defender.
He's a calm, cool player. You can see him organising. Not much difference for me as a centre-back or being as a holding midfielder. You can get on the ball. Obviously a little bit more traffic around you, so you've got to be a little bit more aware, but he'll sit and hold there, and it's almost like having a third centre-back.
You see the footing a bit difficult at the moment. That patch of the infield. Speedy Williams and Jimenez, the ability to charge onto it, delivered towards the back post. Jam arriving, but it runs all the way out for the throw-in. Delivery might have been better to the near post than the run of Kosana.
Yeah, you just see Jimenez there just apologising. He's got a lot more quality than that. He's just overhit it and it's drifted out to the back post. But I don't mind that. You know, they're switching play quick. They're exposing that space, as we mentioned before, and then he's trying to deliver the ball in the box early. And if you're a centre forward, that's great. If you know what's happening from your outside back, whenever he gets the ball, he's going to take a touch and deliver. You can make your runs.
Interesting to see the change in central midfield, with Chris Manella coming out. And it's the fullback, Jeremy Gagnon-Laparé, who comes into the center of the park next to Charlie Ward and Valfall. And Ono Obasi coming on, playing at left back tonight. Taylor Pay, leading for Lund to clear, the draftee of FC Cincinnati in Major League Soccer. Of course, two clubs formerly rivals, now by proximity, a matter of convenience.
You can see just in this first 6-7 minutes for me, just a little bit of disconnection for Ottawa between the front three and the back four. It's too big a space.
Sean Francis afforded some of that space to charge on. Shot deflected.
They're so willing to high press the front three that they go high. They've gone too high a couple of times, and all you've seen the goalkeeper there, Lund, just drop the ball into those little wide areas that they vacated.
Now Cristiano Francois on his way, charging well ahead of Sean Francis and leaving here with Sam. And now striking towards goal. And you see the frustration there of Kevin Oliveira on that left-hand side, scoring a weekend ago. And the ball not delivered to him.
You can see he wanted the ball, definitely wanted the ball. You see, love this though, look, waits there, draws the defender Francis in there and just uses pace and acceleration, and then as he does that, he cuts across Francis, so Francis can't recover. And here you see there, more Sam just getting a little bit ahead of himself, gets his head up, he's got Oliveira just making a lovely little run, maybe he can dink that over the top.
Carl Haworth. See, just sliding across that standing water, the ball. I didn't feel this certainly caused issues before at this ground. Louisville in the process of constructing a new stadium in the Butchertown area of Louisville, hoping to move in next season.
It's going to be beautiful from everything I've seen. They're putting a lot of money into it, you know, but you can tell with the club and the growth of what they're trying to do.
Twice champions.
Beautiful. 2 stars above your crest.
There's the German Lund, native of Berlin. Finest traded Akron, one of the great college soccer programs in the United States. Here's Lucky Kosana, native of Zimbabwe, laying it short for Speedy Williams.
Brilliant.
First time effort with his left, just off target.
It's exactly what we're talking about there. Exactly what we're talking about. The front three high press. Oliveira, Morsam, Francois all pushing high. And then you have the back four that drop almost 10 yards inside their midfield, and that's how they get up. Great combination there of Lucky. Osana cuts it back, brilliant for Williams, who just guides it. He does everything right for me here, keeps it down, he's not trying to put his foot through it. He's just using the run of the ball. It's always difficult when it comes across your body to get out of your feet, but I think he's tried to do the right thing and just off target. But
following a report on the weather, bit of a rainy evening, temperatures in the mid-40s. Affecting the pitch, tackle in there on Kevin Oliveira and a free kick. The board-certified allergist serving 16 offices throughout Louisville Metro and Southern Indiana. Relief is always nearby at Family Allergy and Asthma. The official weather sponsor of Louisville City. Visit FamilyAllergy.com. Is a free kick opportunity on now for Ottawa Fury. They take advantage. Not the most prolific scoring team, despite their 7 points from an available 12. Have scored just 4 times in 4 matches. Certainly look to take advantage of this free kick opportunity.
just full just walked away there. Tall midfielder, more Sam. They're having a conversation. Who fancies it? I think it's the right idea from this area, especially with the surface. Just get it dipping. You want this dipping just in front of the goalkeeper. Anything that hits the surface, then all you're asking is for your front players to just follow the ball in.
And it's indeed more Sam who fancies it as Farhad Datko establishes the wall.
Got to hit the target. Make the goalkeeper work in this condition.
And the attempt there from Sam draws the jeers of the supporters in behind Benlin's goal. Never the right strike from the Senegalese forward. Both teams led tonight up front by Senegalese strikers.
I will say that the first 11 minutes, Lunt's distribution with his feet has been unreal. It's been really good. He's picking them out. He's really delivering that ball around the field.
Francis. Now Jam, who's well played as a center forward, as the strike comes in from some distance from Speedy Williams, who's sailing into the supporters. But interesting to see Jam, who's normally played as an out-and-out center forward, out on the left, while it's now McCabe, who's been all over during his time with Louisville, playing as that number 9.
I think what you have with Jam is just his pace and his ability to get up and down the line. McCabe, for me, is much more of a central stroke 10 player. They can interchange, and he's a great hold-up player, very good with his feet, and you'll see them interchange the whole game.
And there by Taylor Pay to win the header off the goal kick from Callum Irving. And goal tonight for his second start. David Monsalve on the bench. Here's Haworth, the longest serving members of Ottawa Fury with the club since 2014, back when they were in the North American Soccer League. And he himself playing at times as a center forward at right back for these last couple of matches, showing his versatility.
Amazing how sometimes it can just click for a player. You think he's up top playing as a centre forward with his back to goal, which is such a difficult art and skill anyway. And then all of a sudden you play right back and you're looking up the field and the whole field opens up and you can run up and down and you can see things completely different. And he's settled to it perfectly for me.
Louisville City doing well to apply the pressure. Taylor Pay allows Lund to clear. Header one there by Charlie Ward, formerly of San Antonio in USL. Came through in his youth career in England with Aston Villa and Stoke City. Charlie Ward.
From Aston Villa Academy, right? He'll love this weather. This was 11 months of the year back up in Birmingham.
This is your average Saturday night in Birmingham.
This is thriving. Probably got.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Blazing as well. Dugout. Oliveira. The tackle coming in from Jean-Yon Laparé.
Clever from Jimenez there. Knows exactly what he's doing. Just stops the ball. Waits for Laparé to come in. Just moves it, takes a foul.
Taken there by Abdou-Jam. And Speedy Williams slipping on this slick surface. But a bit too loose of a ball there, and that was quite a coming together. Well won there by Tosh. As Kosana tries to spray it out to this left-hand side. Appeals for hands, but first, it'll be treatment for Charlie Ward, who doesn't appear as though he needs it.
Hit in the face with the ball cross field.
Yeah, and
what a tackle before that.
And I believe the referee has signaled that he's got blood. Have to sort out an argument with the teammate first, and more Sam.
Just see Ward, he's discussing with his teammate. He knows they're getting caught at the minute. They're getting caught with the three pressing and then the big space, and he's just trying to organise his midfielders there, telling them to the guy drop and then just move as that ball starts getting transition. But
right to the face of Charlie Ward there. He's gonna have to come off. Should be fit to continue. And back for the Ottawa Fury goalkeeper, Callum Irving. So with Ottawa since 2017, 36 appearances in 2017, and then lost out to Maxime Crepeau as the goalkeeper a season ago. Now back in contention.
It was interesting there, you know, you see no sign of Ottawa Fury building up then in that side of the field. Goalkeeper had it in his hands, rolled it out and went long.
The tackle through Cristiano Francois there. Paco Craig. So a player came through, set up, came through West Ham. Carl Haworth over the free kick. It's a decent delivery towards the back post. The header came in from Barnathan, and it will be a foul against the central defender, Dakota Barnathan, for going over this opposite number, and the free kick for Louisville. Lunt assessing his options. Playing it towards Francis. You see both fullbacks plenty forward. Here's Craig. Jimenez getting well to nod down there for Rasmussen. Quite a coming together, but the referee waves play on. Kosana, and a throw in for Louisville as the referee will now stop the play as more Sam has remained down, grabbing at his left hip. Hear his agony on our pit side microphones.
Just gets his foot caught here, he's stretching for the ball, and you see, look, he just gets his foot caught there, and it just goes over him, opens up his hip awkwardly. That's an awkward fall for the lad.
He is in real pain.
He's important for the team. They're going to need him back up on his feet and hopefully okay to go.
You're always concerned when you see on a slippery surface player get caught, this foot planted. A lot of things can go. ACLs can go.
Oh, for sure. Especially in that way, the way he was reaching, and obviously he was split, so he just fell, his weight fell right over on his hip. You heard straight away, as you mentioned, that out the microphones, but seems to be moving okay.
Not too many options available to Nikola Popovic on the bench. Let's take another look at it.
Just
his
there.
left-hand side he's grabbing at. You see there, nothing particularly ugly, but
just very awkward, that hip joint going out that way as your weight's coming down.
Does have Aiden Daniels and Thais Mutambala on the bench, the former trialist with Ottawa Fury now.
He'll want to be back on, especially after scoring his first goal last week.
Now Jimenez coming in on to his left, can have a hit with his left as well, so it would be a threat cutting inside, but fouled Jeremy Jagnon-Laparé. Fury chance to get over it. Callum Irving in goal, in front of him a back four of Carl Haworth, Thomas Milieu-Giguère. Dakota Barnathan, Onua Obasi, 30-year-old Englishman returning into the team. Midfield three of Jeremy Gagnon-Lapare, Charlie Ward, and Val Fall. Mentioned playing the front three of Cristiano Francois, Sam, and Kevin Oliveira. Kosana. Later on there from Jimenez. Throw in for Louisville. Idea there from Speedy Williams. Now Rasmussen able to play to the feet of McCabe, who tried to return the favor. Perhaps a bit too intricate there for the Dane to play on, as Irving just boots it away for a throw in. Taken quickly there by Jimenez. Thought for a moment there was the ball boy. Getting the ball in quickly.
Just trying to keep that tempo up.
Jam. Opportunity to take and run at defenders. As the strike comes in from Tosh. And skimming through the water. So Rory McIlroy did that at the Masters.
Skimmed it through the waters. Nothing wrong with that. Tosh up there, he'll be trying every chance. He's not normally that far up the field, so every chance he gets, he's going to be hitting one. Why not? Just steps onto this. Very difficult. You can see the water come up off that turf there as he hits it, but little P-roller out to the left-hand side.
As someone who plied his trade in England, where I would imagine there were a few rainy matches, how damp are those socks at the end of 90 minutes after running through all that standing water?
Everything's brilliant. It's such a, it's such a great surface to play on. I think you ask any soccer player, any football player, what surface, and that's the one. Slick, wet. You're not going to get burns. You're not going to get none of that. You can use your momentum. You can use the slide to block and challenge and anticipate things. So I loved it.
You can see
and the
based
ball
off
sips.
You can see based off the huddle of supporters on the top right of your screen that are underneath the roof. They don't quite like the rainy evenings so much. As the ball has slid towards Jam, but a bit too much pace on it. 46 career goals at UConn for Abdou Jam, a former first-team All-American Athletic Conference player.
Yeah, he's definitely a goal scorer. Huge talent. You see him Jam on that left-hand side, but as you mentioned, he can play down the middle. But on that left-hand side, don't be surprised. He'll get that ball. He'll drive inside. He'll take shots.
Next to him as well. 6 goals and 6 assists a year ago for the champions, twice champions of USL. Last year, beating Phoenix Rising en route to the title. Well done there by Taylor Pay.
Great play there by the centre-back.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Hometown Pizza. Both teams just attempting to negotiate the conditions at the moment. So Bossi will look for Barnathan. Now the pressure being applied. Kosana flying in. Last year with Penn FC in the championship, scoring 11 times in 29 league matches. Bossi. Tackle coming in there from Tosh. Foul against Sam. It would be against Tosh.
Just need to be a little bit quicker for me there, Ottawa. Great ball movement. They finally get it into that area of the field where they can get turned and spring either one of their front three. I know that there was more Sam dropping in deep, but that's a chance where they could just get open, just get a bit quicker, and then slide a few balls through, just a little bit slow in their play there.
Jimenez tried to play it essentially towards either Kosana or McCabe, but found neither. But not made to pay for it as the ball had a bit too much pace on it, and Loons can play out with Rasmussen. You see the bravery from Louisville to play out in these conditions and small pitch as well. Teams can apply the pressure fairly easily here, both in terms of length and width. The smaller pitches you will ever see a game of football played on.
Yeah, it's clever by Louisville. It's really good. They got Jam on that left-hand side, McCabe, Lucky Kosana, and they're just pinning Ottawa Fury's back four, about 10 yards inside their half, and it's freeing up all this space to be able to switch play.
It's poorly given away, though. An opportunity on here for Francois, but well done there by Speedy Williams. Clever reading of the game and able to retreat and win the ball back for Louisville. Well, Rasmussen in some space. 25-year-old Dane. Might he just have a hit towards goal? Set onto his left. And Jam leaving it for Speedy Williams. Not the first time he's had a go. That one as the first volley about 15 minutes ago, going wide.
Great play by Rasmussen. I thought he was going to go himself at one point, maybe looked like he just thought there was too many numbers in front of him, but you don't mind that midfielder, and then just cuts it inside. Little layoff there by Francis, and you see Williams coming in again for a second effort from the same angle with the same result, unfortunately, but you don't mind what they're trying there, as I mentioned. Look at that surface, you know, it's a great opportunity. Hit one just on that 6-yard line off that artificial turf. Maybe it catches a little nick and in.
Supporters in full voice in behind that goal. Always a great night out at Slugger Field, even in the cold and the rain. Louisville trying to climb back up the table. I feel as though they have a divine right to make the playoffs, given they're champions the last 2 seasons. First under James O'Connor, last year under John Hackworth, who came in mid-season. After the aforementioned O'Connor took his trade to Orlando City in Major League Soccer. Quite remarkable, a mid-season change in manager and still winning the league.
Shows quality in the squad, quality in the team for me, and how they're connected, and even with that, the disruptiveness of the season, they stuck together and managed through it. And then obviously Hackworth came in and tweaked it here and there in many ways and installed his way of what he wanted to do, and then been very successful. And you got a feel for him, really. You know, he's defending a championship, and we mentioned it, you know, early in the season about how his centre forward's gone, and then all of a sudden he's struck with all these injuries and still battling through. Still, they've been excellent for me in this first 26 minutes. Apart from a few counter-attacks or a few giveaways, they've controlled the ball. Louisville, their build-up's been very good. You just see again Lund there, just his quality is so important now in the modern day that your goalkeeper can be very good with their feet. You can see here, this is an exhibition of how to build up when you get pressed with a front three and how important your goalkeeper is.
This ball there from Tosh. He's done quite well in that holding role.
He looks like he's settled to it very well, doesn't he? It looks like he enjoys it. I'm sure he does. Being a centre-back, you're restricted. Can only go a certain distance, certain thing, but midfield you get that opportunity to roam.
Fantastic ball there from Rasmussen. The delivery is in from Jimenez. A little bit of a shove in the back there for Irving from Abdujam, and Irving has stayed down.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bit of an awkward landing as though for the goalkeeper.
First time the ball's in the air, your centre forward comes in, gets hung up there. Obviously you'd like to see some dart across the front, but as it's hung up there, why not go in there? He almost takes a bit of a misstep there in some respects, Francis, but catches him and leaves it on him a little bit. Nothing bad with that. Always got to let the goalkeeper know you're around.
One in the center of the park there by Ward. And Haworth. All over the top, and Francois can chase it. He'll get on the other end of that ball there from Haworth. It comes off of Francis, but also Francois out for a goal kick.
But even there, when you see Francois making that lovely little ball outside into the channel, but there's only one player in the box from Ottawa Fury as he's trying to deliver that ball.
Was a favorite of Bob Lilly, the now Pittsburgh Riverhounds manager. Played with him in Rochester and in Pittsburgh a year ago. Tallying 4 goals and 5 assists, Cristiano Francois, the Haitian.
Also, just to add on that, he was the leader of this team in key passes, which tells you his contribution and the quality that he has.
Louisville have not quite gotten to testing the goalkeeper as they did a weekend ago, forcing the Tampa Bay Rowdies goalkeeper, John McCarthy, into 7 saves at the Al Lang Stadium. Seems as though it would be one of those nights with the goalkeeper. Stops you from earning points, but do manage the 88th minute goal from Jam. The persistence of a champion paying off. Pay. He's been very calm himself. Just as I say that, gives the ball away. Oliveira. And the ball falls in some space, but is touched too heavy and swept clear.
Yeah, disappointing touch, great little movement. Has an opportunity there, full, just to see what he's trying to do, just touch, get it out of his feet, and a quick hit, and just takes his eye off the ball and slips under his foot.
Well done there by Jimenez on the throw-in, and Speedy Williams plays it on here for Rasmussen. Now McCabe slides it out to this left-hand side. Plenty of time for Francis to measure the cross. It's delivered to the edge of that 6-yard area. The header came in for Rasmussen. Might still fall in the penalty area. Abdou Jam was onside and somehow conspired to put it over the bar.
He's claiming there was a foul, but it looks like he just slipped at the penultimate minute. Again, lovely little delivery. Disappointed with himself there. Lovely little delivery there. Back post, does everything well, just heads it back in there, a little bit of a melee. And yeah, just gets caught, almost gets slowed in the wet turf and just doesn't get it. Timing's just a little bit off. That's a blaring miss there from Jam.
Thought maybe for a moment that Milieu Giguère had gotten a piece of him and he had a claim for a penalty, but it was just a simple miss.
I think he was hoping that Giguère was had pulled him after that miss. You know, that's a wonderful opportunity there for the lad to get that goal.
Don't want to be too harsh. The conditions obviously don't make it easy, but
as you mentioned, it almost got slowed down rather than skipping off.
Here's Sam across the face of goal, but first the flag up. As Sam head drifted offside.
Been a great wide open game in this first 31 minutes. Two teams trying to play, two teams sticking to their philosophy of how they like to produce their football on the field, and it's created a couple of chances already, you know, 3 or 4 chances, should I say.
And I think when you see Louisville City move to their home ground next year, games might start to look a bit more normal, because the surface and its size certainly plays a role in the way these games are played, but it might not be easy for the players to get used to, but it certainly makes for entertainment. Both teams like to press up and make life difficult because there just isn't as much room to play out.
Exactly that. We've just seen, you know, we've seen there from Irving. He doesn't want to play out in this first half. He's hitting everything long. They're not taking the risk. And it's a clever play. Why would you?
Francis. Jam as Speedy Williams finds himself in acres of space. Stretch play at first time. Not enough pace on it. Paco Craig lofted over the top, well done towards Abdou Jam. Jam to make amends across towards Kosana, who got something on it towards goal. Callum Irving didn't look like he knew much about it, but manages to get it away. Francis again with the delivery.
Right place, right time.
Strike in from Speedy Williams, a couple of deflections the way through, and Jam! The chances coming thick and fast for Louisville City, and somehow we remain scoreless.
He can't believe it. He cannot believe it. He's done almost everything right, just got held up. What a strike from Williams as well. See this, defending there, doesn't quite clear his box, and there you see Speedy Williams doing what he does brilliantly, gets on it this time, keeps his head down and hits that perfectly. Just see there, defending, can't do much about that, but what a strike that is, perfect. Keeper saved and it drops to Jam, and he does everything. It's a great touch from the goalkeeper. What a save.
Fantastic saves there from Irving as the corner came in, Pay arriving, and again, just going wide. Incredible.
What a save. From first look, it looked like he just put it wide, and then when we see in that reverse angle how he, obviously, goalkeeper gets his little finger on it, but brilliant. Strike for me is quality. There's another good opportunity there, nearly an own goal. It's causing problems with that delivery in that area. Pay.
Unable to really get a decisive touch towards goal, or just kind of came off his side.
Good little spell here from Louisville.
In the mood.
Love that strike from Williams though. I know first two he was just lining up the sights. The second one he hits clean.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Sullivan University. And what a portion it has been. 3 or 4 chances in the space of a few minutes here at Slugger Field as Lunsbaugh at the back, not the best. An opportunity for Jagnon Laparé. Sana will get the ball forward, but not with enough pace.
It's the same area of the field for me. They're getting a little bit they're just a little bit slow in this middle third of the field.
Lovely ball there from Sean Francis. Now Jam, with only the goal in front of him, does play for Francis! And again Irving up to it, cleared away by Ward. And again the chance is on, and Callum Irving is putting on a tremendous display. A second week running, they've come up against a goalkeeper on top form.
Got to be lovely when we said about it before, sometimes goalkeepers just have those days, and at the minute, Irving's having it, done everything right here. See Jam just waiting for the overlap. In comes Francis. Francis just tries to do everything right, keeps it low, sees the goalkeeper coming out, advance, just tries to slip it under him. The goalkeeper makes another great save.
Now Jimenez to deliver from the far side towards the edge of that 6-yard area. Craig among those arriving, away by Milieu Giguère, and the first time hit, well, wayward.
Clever, clever. I like that corner. It's a crafty, difficult corner to defend. You just see a late run into the near post and it just gets delivered in there. I know Jimenez would probably want to hit that a little bit cleaner. It's a little bit taller, but you see Craig coming in and all he's looking to do is just get a little touch on that. Then it causes havoc in that 6-yard box. So hard to defend.
And again, goal kick from Irving going out of play. His distribution not quite as good as his shot saving on the night, but the latter has kept this game 0-0. Poorly given away there by Tosh, and a sliding tackle in there from Craig, doing well to snuff out any potential chance for Ottawa. Callum Irving has had to work his way back to that #1 shirt. Certainly earned it tonight.
I like the sound of that he had to work his way back. You know, it's important. It's always, I think goalkeepers are such a tough one. You're #1, and then you go somewhere and you have to fight through it. And there's times when you obviously spend long periods of time as a #2. And how do you handle yourself in those situations? Because it's always going to set you back up when you come back in as a #1. And he's obviously dedicated himself to it and worked back into that #1 spot, should I say.
Opportunity again for Francois, while taken down there by Jagnon Laparé. Oliveira with the step-overs. Fantastic work there from Jimenez to whack the ball off of the Cape Verde international.
Lovely little 1v1 battle going on there. Jimenez against Oliver. Two quality players.
Craig. See, Louisville will use Ben Lunds quite a bit. And again.
Just here there, Coach Hackworth, you can hear his voice. Faster, saying faster. He wants that build up faster, he wants it quicker. That slow, that speed allows Ottawa Fury to be able to sit in shape, be able to shift and move. We've got to move, you've got to bounce it quick. You're trying to draw players out of holes where they don't want to be, and then you can just drop it over the top into the spaces that they've just left.
Sam. Back by the hosts. Lump forward, and Barnathan able to nod down for Jagnon Laparé. Obasi. To leave here with Barnathan, but the pressure was coming from Jam. With a fine Oliveira. Tosh under some pressure. And pay away. Number 14's Ward and Jam slipping.
What you're seeing from Louisville's front three, it's a little bit different. You're seeing Jam out on that left-hand side, Lucky Cassano on that right side, and then you normally have McCabe up against the two centre-backs, but he's actually playing like a false 9. So he's dropping in on the back of the 6 for Ottawa. When I say 6, I'm talking positionally there, on the back of Ward. And the two centre-backs are finding themselves not having to mark anyone, and it's confusing them a little bit.
Low read there by Rasmussen to cut out. Francis trying to hit on the counter towards McCabe, who nearly sorted out his touch. Kosana and Obasi come together, and it's a foul against the native of Zimbabwe. And a free kick for Ottawa Fury.
Oh, I just saw one that. Just see there on Bassi Lucky Kasana just missing the ball and going over the top. That always hurts the next day, right on the top of the foot.
Interesting to note these opening 38 minutes or so, Ben Lund has 29 touches of the ball. That's 5th most in the Louisville team. Is that a bit of an over-reliance on the goalkeeper?
Not at all. Not in the way that Louisville build, not in the way that Hackworth wants them to build. He's a key component to that, and I would imagine his stats of those passes, he's probably only missed the target by 2 or 3. He's been excellent.
Pay with the header. Speedy Williams. Rasmussen. The change between the 3 midfielders, essentially for Louisville, has been quality.
Yeah, it's great to see. So interchangeable. So nice to see. Real fluidity and freedom up top. Louisville, front 3 have. And I think you need that when you've got McCabe, because he's not an out-and-out centre forward that's going to spin in the channel and get him behind. You don't need to. You've got Lucky, Kasana, and Jam to be able to do that. He's almost like the playmaker that drops in.
Again, playing through Lund. Rasmussen. Craig. Finding Jimenez, who, as always, will go forward, but unable to get enough of a touch towards Kosana. Throw-in for Nua Ubasi, the 30-year-old with Ottawa Fury since 2016, making his 72nd appearance for the club. He'd also win USL with Rochester Rhinos prior to arriving in Ottawa. Interesting to read that he was discovered playing for the England national futsal team.
Futsal. That's nice. He'll have some silky skills on the sole of his foot. Be interested to see, as we draw half-time, see head coach Nikola Popovic, how he'll adjust to this first half, because Louisville have had the run of the game with their build-up and being able to play out. So it'll be interesting to see what tweaks he makes at half-time, and something to look out on to see how he can affect that.
All right, Datko is getting things sorted. Paco Craig and more Sam receiving the talking to as Kevin Oliveira is over the free kick, the 22-year-old.
I love that. That happens, then you go straight back in there and do it again. Try and nudge and...
towards that back post, the quality header back in to that penalty area. Now Obasi to try and leave here with Oliveira towards that byline, but Kosana with the pace, shoving across.
Nothing wrong with that. Great defending there from Lucky Kosana. Love it, got his body in there. Really good. Exactly what you want.
Quite strong here. Let's have a look again.
It's body to body, just moves him out of the way. Obviously comes a little bit of a grudge at the end when he extends his arm, but that's always just the final little, one to show your team you're the man, that you just, you know, put him on the weights.
Kasana demonstrating the commitment.
Get to the gym.
Lovely leave there from Oliveira. Genyola Pere. Oliveira going down there on the tackle from Jimenez. And another opportunity for Ottawa Fury on the free kick.
Jimenez pleading his innocence there. Just felt like the player he's playing against just took a little dive. Lovely opportunity now, right foot, deliver it. Just looking to drop this onto that in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Just in swinging, any type of touch causes the keeper problems.
5 men forward for Ottawa, again the back post delivery, and again the header across from Barnathan. But
wasted for me that, Chris. What an opportunity on this surface to just whip that in over. You want that bounce in and around 6-yard box, penalty spot. Oh, great little build-up. Great little disguise there. Looked to go long, and then Jimenez drops underneath it.
Nice touch again from Lund. And finds the feet of Jam, who now plays it over the top towards McCabe. Well read there by Thomas Milieu-Giguère. Jagnon Laparé. Milieu-Giguère. Pair of French Canadians. Francois towards that byline, leaving Francis in the dust. The cross is in, an overhit. Now Kosana trying to get the counterattack started. Could it fall for Jimenez? It does. And now McCabe. Right back come Louisville City. McCabe trying to poke it along. Off the defender, but comes here for Francis.
You just see Francois there doing well, just gets a little bit lucky with a slip, and then even then when he delivers a ball, there's still only 2 Ottawa players trying to get in that box.
Pay. Hearing there'll be a minimum of 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first half. And Sullivan University stoppage time. McCabe nodding down for Jam. And Francis. So Jam allowing Jimenez to run into space. First time delivery towards Kosana, and on the back post arriving McCabe. And neither able to get the decisive touch.
Lovely little switch of play comes there as it came to Jimenez. I thought he could hit it, but he does everything right there. Delivers a great ball. Lucky Kosana's just millimeters away, and then you see McCabe coming back in, just trying to keep the ball alive. But again, another first time, lovely little intricate delivery there from Jimenez, just dropping it in there.
Bassi rising to win in the air. Now Jimenez under pressure. Away, throw in a decent area here for Ottawa Fury.
Near Lunt there screaming at his back four, get organised. He knows they're in the last stoppage, the last minute of stoppage time. Nothing silly here.
Bassi with a good ball in to the edge of that 6-yard area. Lund claiming it. Using his arms to distribute. Rasmussen turning very well past Jagnon Laparé and into space Jimenez. Kosana making the run central. Jimenez trying to slide it back for Rasmussen, but Oliveira can win the ball back. Ottawa Fury come charging forward. It's Haworth and Francois towards that byline. Leaves another defender falling down. Francois again. Jagnon Laparé. Play it towards that back post. Headed away. Speedy Williams nearly able to play first time. Jimenez. Will the referee allow this counterattack? He will. Jam running onto it. Abdou Jam into the penalty area. Abdou Jam! And again, Callum Irving with another solid save. Only the heroics coming earlier in the first half, but Callum Irving can certainly claim credit for this game remaining scoreless at the break. Louisville City 0, Ottawa Fury 0 after 45 minutes of play.
Great first half for me, really open. 2 teams trying to stick to their theories, trying to stick to their principles. I think, as you see there, Louisville City, just a wonderful little counter-attack then. Loved everything about that finish there by Jam, just stop to hit. Really good first half.
And again, at the break, it's Louisville City 0, Ottawa Fury 0. Plenty of chances coming from the hosts, particularly one falling on the feet of Abdou Jam, but we remain scoreless after 45 minutes of play at Slugger Field.
We're in our Toyota Highlander. Got amazing V6 power.
Very stylish. You
you know, go off-roading if you want to. And we've got 5 USB charging ports.
Room for 8, including us. You know what that means? Honey, we've got one at home. We could have many more. What do you say?
As soon as you can start having babies, I'm in.
What? Now get $1,500 cash back on the built in the USA Highlander. Or get a low mileage lease for just $259 a month.
Toyota, let's go places.
The situation is beyond tense on Supergirl, since our hero has been labeled a public enemy for a crime her evil clone committed.
Nevertheless, the Girl of Steel is determined to clear her name and do her job, even if it defies the president.
People actually believe that I attacked the White House.
They better catch her. Supergirl is innocent.
Where is Supergirl?
If the government wants to stop me from helping people, let them try.
Catch an all-new Supergirl, Sunday at 8.
Followed by Charmed at 9 on WBKI, the CW.
Since 1923, COSAIR Charities has shown children their potential instead of their obstacles. So they see the world as a place of possibility, where great things can take flight. When you support COSAIR Charities, you help elevate every aspect of a child's life. Together, our kids, an entire community, can reach new heights. There's so much more to do. Join us by donating today.
Many times, on my first call with a client after a car crash, they tell me they're not the type of person who sues. If you feel that same way, here are 2 very important things you need to know. First, many times when you hire our law firm, we can resolve your claim without suing anyone. And second, if you do have to sue someone, you're really suing their insurance company. Their insurance company is responsible for paying the claim and defense. We rarely, if ever, bring claims against people without insurance. Now you know. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Here in Kentucky, we have to deal with things from hail to tornadoes to damaging winds and flash flooding. With such a large crew at WDRB, the value to you is immense.
A large weather team, a newsroom full of reporters,
more damage. We want to show you exactly
a fleet of drones, all working together to keep you safe as severe weather approaches.
To cover you before, during, and after the storms. And that's the WDRB Weather Advantage.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Game On Mouthguards. Louisville City with plenty of chances in the opening 45 minutes. We remain scoreless at the break. Chris Whittingham, Sam Stockley here for commentary of this one. I take a look at some of the best around USL, and normally that is at championship level, but want to tell you a little bit about the story of one of the teams in the championship, the burgeoning academy.
That's where Louisville wants to attack, shooting and scoring.
Saved by Caldwell.
Collier. Yes! Collier. Knock back towards Spencer. Brilliant finish.
part was getting to play with all these fantastic players from like all over the states, and it was just really fun.
And that a look at the academy and set up at Tampa Bay Rowdies, better ones in the USL Championship. Chris Whittingham, Sam Stockley here. And your score at the break in the halftime report brought to you by Game On Mouthguards. It is Louisville City 0, Ottawa Fury 0. Let's now take a look at some news and notes from around USL Championship. Things going on across the league. First, Tampa Bay off to a decent start on the year. Could only hang on for a point against Louisville City a weekend ago, but they jump to top spot in our power rankings. Santi Moar, our player of the week, after a hat trick in the first half for New Mexico United against Real Monarchs. What a player he is.
Brilliant, brilliant. I was lucky enough to be on a game a few weeks ago, and he's got it all for me. He can go inside, he can go outside, he's good in the air, and he scores goals. And he was player of the month, and then he comes in and bangs a first half hat trick. Quality.
As you see there on the bottom of your screen, Louisville will feature in our game of the week in USL Championship a week from Tuesday. More on that national schedule in a moment. But first, we want to bring you our out-of-town scores. And it is a Commonwealth Credit Union roundup here in the USL Championship Eastern Conference. Loudoun United with a nice victory away from home against New York Red Bulls 2. New York Red Bulls still top the Eastern Conference, but a nice first ever win in USL Championship for Loudoun United.
That's a huge win for them. As you mentioned, New York Red Bulls 2 have been flying high and doing well, and for Loudoun to go in there and get their first win, that's got to fill them with loads of confidence.
Indy 11 with a fourth win on the bounce against Bethlehem Steel. North Carolina lead at the break away from home against Charlotte in the North Carolina Derby. Birmingham and Stowe Park Rangers finishing scoreless. We're in a weather delay in Pittsburgh between the Riverhounds and St. Louis Charleston Battery, lead by a 1-0 over Nashville SC. As we now can show you our ESPN schedule. Mention Louisville, that is April the 30th. They'll take on Memphis at 9:01 in that one. That is a week from Tuesday. In the month of May, a couple of nationally televised contests on linear ESPN. ESPN2 will see Nashville take on Tampa Bay. Birmingham Legion will host Nashville SC, and then in June, New Mexico and Oklahoma City Energy. Some great matchups, Sam.
Great matchups. I love that one there, Nashville versus Tampa Bay Rowdies. I really think that's a quality game there.
And some of the best sides in USL will be on offer. Coming up next, first half highlights and second half kickoff in the Game On halftime show. It is Louisville City 0, Ottawa Fury 0.
This 2019 Toyota Tacoma offers V6 power to play hard off-road.
And I gotta say, even though the Tacoma has legendary off-road skills, here we are on Main Street, and it's just awesome, really stylish.
Very comfortable. You've also got your multi-info display.
Right now, I'm charging my phone wirelessly.
I like that, and I like getting $1,000 cash back on a built-in-the-USA Tacoma.
Or a low-mileage lease for just $219 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
Complaining about your allergies won't make them go away, but calling Family Allergy and Asthma can. We offer the most effective treatments available to help you find relief. No more symptoms means no more complaining. Family Allergy and Asthma.
I was born in Louisville. 9,000 stories and 27 years later, I've seen this city evolve. Time goes by fast. I cover sports, but the goal is to write about the people, to find their truth. There's always a person involved or someone affected in every story. As a journalist, it's important to give unique perspective on all angles. I'm WDRB's Eric Crawford. My story is Louisville.
Hall of Fame jockey Mike Smith is off. He's in the lead. He's heading to find Wines, and oh, an outstanding choice there. Mike's going to go wide, but he's heading into Bourbon Turn, and it's Justified, gaining ground to Craft Beers, but wait, he's stopping for a taste at the line. It's Mike Smith for the win.
Hello, Chad.
Good to see you again, Mr. Smith.
Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
You know that coffee shop where people stand in line to pay twice as much for a cup of coffee as some other places? It's not always the lowest price that wins. It's the perceived value. Not every business has to compete based on price. At WDRB Media, we can show you how to brand your business, how to be more efficient with your media placement, and how to be more effective with your results. give us a call. I'm Marty Hazel. If you knew what we know, you'd have called us already.
Isn't it time to finally do something about your allergies? Rush allergy shots at Family Allergy and Asthma can begin to work in as little as 1 day, so you can find permanent relief faster than ever. Don't wait to feel better. Family Allergy and Asthma.
Louisville City, Ottawa Fury scoreless after 45 minutes of play, but don't let that fool you into thinking that this game is not filled with action, as you're in the halftime report brought to you by Game On Mouthguards and Sam Stockley. This game was filled with chances in this first half for Louisville City to get their opening goal.
Just see Lunt here. This was a story of the first half for me. Lunt in the build-up play, lovely little exchange here. There you see Lucky Kasana just getting into a nice little position, sets us back here. And there you see one of the first couple of chances coming in a little bit wide there from Speedy Williams. But again, great interchange. All starts from Lunt, the goalkeeper for me. I like this from Lucky Kasana, just gets his head up, rolls a weighted pass in there, and you can see Speedy Williams coming on, just trying to finish it. I like this. Doesn't try and hit this too hard. He's just trying to guide it into that bottom right-hand corner. Once again here, you see Rasmussen break in. I thought here he might have gone onto his right foot, and he just cuts back here, slows it down, a lovely little ball there. And then you see Williams coming in with his second shot, drags that one left. Not quite right.
And both in the case of this layoff from Jam and that ball from Kasana, lovely pace for the midfield to have a real go.
Yeah, lovely go. As I mentioned, not quite right for him, just in his body shape. It was a little bit too square, and then for me, you get one of the pick of the bunches. See McCabe dropping in deep there, brilliant. Plays the ball out wide. Then it's all the delivery come here, like this delivery, and it just drops. And there you see Jam. At first we thought it might have been a tug. He's claiming it's a tug, but actually as his ball just drops into this middle of the field, it just slows down in that first dead bounce in the wet turf, and it kills the tempo. You'll see it here. This is a great angle for it. Look, just drops and it dies that first little one, and he's expecting it to spin in quick, and it completely baffles him. He can't believe it. Once again, a wide area. Poor clearance here from the centre-back, but there it is the third time. What a strike that is from Williams. Perfect strike. Again, we thought this was Jam missing the target, but we've got to give the credit to Irving. What a great save. You see from another angle here, he just gets that little right-hand tip on it. It's a perfect angle here. Look at that strike. Perfect. And then here follows in exactly like you'd want him to do, and the goalkeeper makes a magnificent save.
That's going in, if not for the fingertip save there from Irving. And then Jam again, laying it for Francis.
And this is right at the very, very depth of the game. Just a lovely little overlap. Beg your pardon. No, this was during the game. Beg your pardon. Lovely little overlap. You see the timing's perfect. Francis does everything right there, but look at that left hand from the goalkeeper again. Just brilliant, brilliant goalkeeping. Makes himself big, comes out well, and makes a save.
And look at these stats. 14 shots for Louisville City, 4 of them on target, all of them saved by Callum Irving. What a first half he had.
We had a great first half in a difficult conditions, in a difficult end of the field for me with that turf, you know. But again, look at the possession. And as we mentioned in the show, the first half, the majority of the build-up, the majority of the attacks have started with Lunt and his distribution. I think you said it about 35 minutes in, he'd played something like 27 balls, and they'd all hit targets. So expect to see a lot more of that in the second half.
Today's stats and facts are delivered by Liquor Barn. Now delivering. Download the Liquor Barn app or order online at liquorbarn.com. As we can now bring you our vision marks, what to look for here as we enter this second half. And Sam Stockley, vision works, what to look for.
As we mentioned it there, look, Louisville City, 14 chance shots on goal, 4 on target. And then for us, Ottawa Furies just improved that final ball. They've had opportunities getting into there, especially with Francois on the right-hand side in the first half. Morsan had a couple of little chances, but nothing too crazy. But now if they can just get a little bit more quality, better delivery, especially now into this end where it's going to be very difficult for the goalkeeper Lunt to be able to really get settled in this goal mouth.
We're good.
Be interesting to see how Louisville do start. Do they take that theory of this half? Do they still stick to their principles and build up with the goalkeeper, or do they understand that they might have to go a little bit longer due to the surface?
Ottawa Fury going from left to right in this second half, wearing their white strip. Louisville, their unmistakable purple. Boys in purple for a third title in as many years. And a throw in here in the opening minute.
Veteran defender there, Craig, number 5 for Louisville City, just organising his back four, getting sorted for a long throw.
As Haworth launches in and away from Craig. Francis. McCabe trying to take it in stride. Well done there by Jagnon Laparé to win the ball for Ottawa Fury. Now Fall able to leave it for Haworth. Trying to dink it towards Francois, but well read there by Sean Francis. Has over 100 MLS appearances across 4 clubs: Montreal, San Jose, Chicago, and Columbus.
Been very impressed with Francis, to be honest with you. Come into this left-hand side here, captain on the ball. Commentators curse there, just him giving it away, but just the way he gets forward, he really connects down that left-hand side, and it's been a great outlet in the first half for Louisville City.
Rendition of the Proclaimers in behind the goal, kept by Ben Lund in this second half. Francis, on top of his MLS experience, has 15 caps for Jamaica internationally, as now Taylor Pay has some work to do, and Oliveira threatening, and he just has to boot it away, and a corner on here for Ottawa Fury.
Good start from Ottawa. Done well in the first opening 3 minutes. Come out, considering away from home. They've just had a lot of pressure in the first half. They come out and doing exactly what they did in the first half.
And it will be Haworth to that far side.
Little in swing up.
And the captain on the night will look to find the right delivery. A crowd around Lund, and the delivery is straight to him. And he just kind of flails at it. Now taken down by Milieu Giguère. And what can he do? It just came off of Craig last, and he'll leave it for a throw-in.
Difficult there for the goalkeeper. In-swinger, loads of bodies on him. Doesn't do too well with a punch, to be honest with you. He'd like to get a little bit more distance, almost like you see it a little bit late.
Haworth. Gets it in for Sam. And now, poor ball there from Francois, really to no one in particular. And Jimenez just lets it run out for a throw-in.
It was a great battle in the first half with Oliveira on there against Jimenez. Hopefully that will continue in the second half. 2 quality players, as we mentioned in the first half.
Nice idea there from Jam, just to let it run for McCabe, but didn't quite get to him. Francis leaping, and a tug of the shirt there from Cristiano Francois. And a free kick taken quickly. Meetings between these 2 teams dominated a year ago by Louisville City, who won 3-0 at Slugger Field and 4-0 away at TD Place Stadium. 7 combined goals across 2 meetings. Paco Craig, Speedy Williams, one of those in the goals that are in the team tonight. Speedy Williams now into the path. Chance on for Louisville!
What a save.
And again, Callum Irving up to deny Abdou Jam. And what a chance it was for the Senegalese forward, who cannot believe his luck tonight.
Love this ball here, just into Speedy Williams, and then his touch is a great little touch, waited perfectly there for Jam to come straight on. And as you mentioned, he's done everything right there. Look, he's been composed, he's allowed it to run across his body, he's hit it low and across the goalkeeper's to that left-hand side, and there you just see another great save from Irving.
Who's producing a top-drawer performance tonight, the header away from Jimenez's delivery. Magnus Rasmussen just allowed it to run there, and he gave away, and now Oliveira can charge on. Can he find a fellow white shirt to play the ball to? He will leave it with Obasi. He tries to turn on it, and Kosana wins it off him. Now then, Abdou Jam.
Good defending.
Good tackle there from Milieu Giguère. Now Speedy Williams and Kosana. Run coming in, flying. It was Jimenez. Couldn't quite return for Kosana. And Ottawa doing just about enough to get it away.
Oh, it's like Kosana just had a little bit too much time, and then he waited, he did everything right, Kosana, and then just that final piece of delicate quality where he just needed to lay it into Jimenez's path. He got it stuck under his feet.
And Jimenez tackled off it by Obasi. Another throw in for Louisville. Now Duchamp has to be eagerly anticipating the next chance that comes his way.
Easily have had a hat trick. Easily, he had the one miss where the turf obviously caught him out, and then the goalkeepers denied him too, but any other day, he could have had 3 goals. He's done everything right.
Jem and Howarth encouraged by the referee to talk things out, and it doesn't seem like the first try worked.
Good old Stockport lad, that is. Southport, beg your pardon, from Howarth. He'll be knocking and barging him at the corner, causing him all sorts of problems, no doubt.
Sev won senior cap for Canada. As a throw in is towards Rasmussen. And Jimenez trying to recover it as well. Lovely attempt there at a back heel from Rasmussen. Now he does find Oscar Jimenez. His left-footed delivery cut out by Obasi. Now Pay lofting into the area. McCabe trying to win, but it will come for Speedy Williams. Well read there by Howarth. And tries to play it into the channel for Sam to run off onto it. Craig fell down. A bit of a nip at the heel of the central defender.
Just cuts across him. Centre back gets his body in the way, and just as they turn, just clips him as he goes across.
Taylor Pay, making his 3rd start of the year. Came in a year ago from the Real Salt Lake setup. 27 appearances for Real Monarchs in USL. McCabe trying to turn there on a throw in here for Ottawa Fury. Taken quickly into the path of Sam, into the area, more Sam! And it takes a deflection and goes off the post. Away from Tosh. And Lutz could only watch.
He gets lucky, the goalkeeper. He thinks he's got his angles wrong. He thinks he's out the area of that goal frame, and he just pulls his hands away at the last minute. Look, quick throw here, catches him off guard. As you say, Sander just gets it out of his feet, and the goalkeeper thinks it's going wide and just pulls his hands out. Got very lucky there, Lund.
I thought it took a deflection. He just went across it, didn't he?
Just went across it, exactly that.
And the header comes in off the corner. Diving clearance off the line from Kosana, and away by Speedy Williams.
It's that great old argument. Do you have 1 on the post? Do you have 2 on post? What do you do? There, obviously, Kosana's done his job and saved the goal.
We were saying at halftime that the final ball needs to be better from Ottawa Fury. Who knew that it would be a throw-in?
Exactly.
That would be the final ball that created a chance.
Just went to sleep, Louisville. Ball went out of play. You've got to come alive, and Louisville just went to sleep and create that opportunity. Interesting though, Lund there got his angles all wrong. That could have been embarrassing for him after a wonderful first half performance.
The referee has somehow allowed play to continue after Charlie Ward went over there to win the ball. And now some treatment. It'll be McCabe. Can't believe that somehow it didn't result in a free kick here for Louisville. As you take a look at the header, and well done there by Kosana.
Done his job there, Kosana. Great first header there, and he's just there. He is sat down there, watches it all the way and clears it. Exactly what you want from your man on the post. So many often they fall asleep or just switch off at that penultimate minute.
And McCabe, the Irishman, is having a go at the referee for not awarding the free kick. This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Luna Azul Tequila, official tequila of Louisville City. And McCabe now having a go at the 4th official. Craig. Rasmussen. bit of frustration there from McCabe.
Just saying.
It wasn't treated as a head injury.
Yeah, he was saying the referee was telling him to get up and it was a head injury. Like to see this though from Louisville. Look, they haven't changed at all from their DNA. Trying to build out no matter what. Excellent.
You do see Oliveira attempting to apply the pressure. Lund, great ball out to this right-hand side, and Jimenez. Rasmussen. Done there by Louisville to continue to play. Craig wanted Francis to continue his run, but he had briefly retreated, and it allows the ball to go out of play for a throw-in.
They still can't work out that build-up from Louisville. It was the same in the first half. Still can't quite work it out. Louisville done excellent. They've got so many different little patterns that you can see that they practice on the training ground. Sometimes the two centre-backs go up and then the outside backs drop down. Sometimes the outside backs go inside and the 7 and 11 drop down. There's so many great little tactical, technical patterns that they must run on a daily basis to be able to do that.
Well read there by Craig to cut out. Francis. Magnus Rasmussen, the Dane.
It's got to be quicker there from Rasmussen. He can switch that ball. Jimenez is out in a 2v1.
Former St. Louis FC man Valfall playing here for Francois. The delivery is in, went across the face of goal. You have to say, Ottawa Fury have looked a bit more like it in the second half.
Yeah, but exactly, the quality's been better, but as we see in the first half, you know, they never commit. Maybe, you know, respectfully or part of their game plan, but they're not committing many numbers in the box. Whenever that ball goes wide and you see Ottawa Fury player crossing it, there's only ever 1 or 2 players in the box.
And good ball there from Speedy Williams. Jam trying to threaten, ran straight into Milieu Giguère. And referee would never give a penalty for that. Good tackle in there from Craig. Popovich wanted a foul, but instead we play on now through Sean Francis. Can he get the right ball in? It's a decent delivery. Header away from Barnathan, only as far as Speedy Williams, who nods on towards Kosana. And Obasi away. Jimenez trying to win back. So all that we're somehow playing on. Jagnon Laparé and Oliveira trying to play for Francois to run onto it. He was Craig who had work to do. Foul given away there by Francis. Louisville have already lost twice on their home ground to Pittsburgh and Birmingham in their opening 3 home matches.
I think he's got to be pleased with his first 59 minutes if you're John Ackworth. I know you've had the opportunities, you're creating the opportunities, they're hitting the target. Not like their quality or delivery's poor. Goalkeeper's just having one of those nights at the minute, Irvine, should I say, sorry, in the Ottawa Fury goals.
And now Lund will have some tracking to do, as that was a bit awkward there on the ball from Oliveira, which wasn't the best, but troubled Lund for a moment.
He'll be disappointed with that. Great opportunity to put the ball in the box. He's got a lot more quality than that. Oliveira.
Louisville City FC half-season ticket packages are now available starting at $14 per game. Make it out to Slugger Field for Lou City action by calling 502 Lou City, L-O-U-C-I-T-Y. Jimenez charging forward, and now McCabe with 2 options available, plays it to Kosana! And Louisville finally put one past Callum Irving. The champions have been banging down the doors, and it's the Zimbabwe international Lucky Kosana with his first goal for the club, and they lead by a goal to 0.
Trademark Louisville City there. Trademark Louisville City. Wonderful build-up. Great little interchange. You see Jimenez so important when they build it up on this left-hand side and they switch the play quick to Jimenez. And he's got so much time, so much quality. And there you see the goal scorer jogging back. Here, Jimenez just gets his head up, rolls a lovely little ball here for McNabe, and then there you see Lucky Kasana. It's a great finish. He does everything right here. Look, it's a lovely little pull back here, and then there you see Lucky Kasana just gets it, flicks it across his body into the far post, and there's nothing the goalkeeper can do about that.
That goal is presented by Kentucky Lottery, fueling imagination, funding education. Lou City fans this season, First Financial Bank will support Lou City and the community by donating $500 to the Boys and Girls Club of Kentuckiana each time Louisville City scores the first goal. That goal scored by Lucky Kasana was tonight's first goal. Thank you to First Financial Bank for their support of Louisville City and our community.
It's been a constant threat. Those wide areas have been really, really good for Louisville City. You mentioned about Ottawa Fury and the front three and how they like to press, but they do leave space behind them. And if you're intricate with your passing, that they have been Louisville City, they get in those wide areas and then you can cause 2v1s and ending up in an opportunity like that with Lucky Kasana scoring a lovely little goal. Great delivery, great little run from him and flicking it far post.
Forward ball there from Lund. Gives it straight to Francois. Run of Sam available. Try and play it towards him. Rasmussen there to cut out. And Lund's unable to keep the ball in play. It will be a corner for Ottawa Fury. And what will that man conjure up in terms of changes? Nikola Popovic, the Ottawa Fury manager, maybe get his side going forward a bit more.
He won't panic, so experienced, so much knowledge in so many different countries. He'll bring all of that down and he'll be off to strategize a plan for this last 26 minutes.
Delivery into the penalty area, nodded away. Now Jimenez, dink towards Rasmussen. Can he take down and keep this counter-attack going? He does for McCabe. Francis, it's a great ball for Jam, but he had drifted offside.
Great ball, as you mentioned there, lovely. Just sets back to him, hits it first time. Across the field, a lovely little touch, just offside. Again, another sign how quick Louisville can break.
Thomas Milieu-Giguère. Speedy Williams.
He does well in that midfield for me, Williams. Bit of an unsung hero for me. He's a box-to-boxer. He scores goals. We see in the first half with his strikes and the one that ended up with a real close chance. And he's a workman. He's a workhorse. He does so well in there. He's one of those players that you've got to have in your side. Gets up and down. Competitive.
This is a portion of the fixture list that Louisville would want to profit from. In the bottom half of the table. On the left table, Ottawa 13th. 2 matches against Memphis, currently sitting 15th of 18. So Park, who sits 17th, and Birmingham, who sit 12th. Certainly some opportunities for points here for Louisville City. Ottawa can find the response. The delivery in from Oliveira. He only fell for a fall. Now Carl Haworth onto his left. Carl Haworth slipped just as the strike came in, and now on the counter attack.
How clever is that? That's the hole that House is exposed by going forward. Louisville see it and sprung it quick.
Jam and Speedy Williams.
He's feeling it now.
Above that right field fence.
4th one in. 1 out of 4 so far.
Certainly their goal is to test the goalkeeper.
Don't shoot, you don't score, right?
The Muhammad Ali International Airport and Lou City have teamed up to give away tickets to any of Fly Louisville's 30+ non-stop destinations. Look for your chance to win by following Fly Louisville or Louisville City FC across social media platforms. Oliveira trying to get onto it. A shove in the back there for Taylor Pay as Oliveira tried to win the ball back. Pay going flying, but still a corner for Ottawa.
Been solid tonight, Pay. Done his job. Defended well. Great partnership in there with Craig. They complement each other well. 2 physical centre-backs that are also very good on the ball.
free kick to be delivered there, taken short for Oliveira. Haworth into the penalty area towards that back post. The header comes in from Barnathan. Done there by Speedy Williams. Coming together. Does not result in a whistle. And away. Rasmussen trying to put some pressure on. Taken there by Irving. Away from Craig. Haworth in for Fall, who attempts to flick on towards Oliveira. And now Barnathan.
Bet little spell here from Ottawa Fury, maintaining the possession a little bit more, but this is where they've got to be careful in that in that transition. Louisville have been so precise.
Rasmussen down the line, trying to play in Abdou Jam. Haworth down the line. Now then, Sam looked on, but Speedy Williams quickly there to intervene. Now Jimenez. And the goal scorer, Kosana. McCabe, who's kind of played at times almost like a false nine tonight for Louisville City.
Drops in so deep, so difficult to mark. He just creates an extra body. The centre-back's obviously not going to drop that deep with him. He's got to hold his position, so it's just great how he comes in there, becomes an extra midfielder, even deeper sometimes it becomes an extra holding midfielder to outnumber Ottawa Fury in the build-up.
Craig. To Haworth. He can carry on his way. Some slips around. The options, Francois back on his feet towards that byline. Lofted delivered towards that back post, and Fall was there. And he saw the opportunity for his goal flashing before his eyes, but Lund there first.
Yeah, Lund done well there. I love that little delivery there for Francois. Just gets that in a little one look, just dinks it, back post, stands it up beautifully. You got Fall coming in under pressure, and the goalkeeper does well there because he knows he's got a good chance of getting a hit. Someone's going to come in and press that ball on the back post.
Rasmussen unable to really get much on that flick.
Real quality ball though from Francois there, just dinked it.
Jam to deliver towards Kasana again.
Good defending, Barnathan.
Pay. Speedy Williams. McCabe again popping up in those areas. Easy for Tosh, who's temporarily dropped into a back three. He, of course, is a central defender by trade.
He's ideal for that position, really, if you think about how they play and how they try to build up Louisville. Having your holding midfielder is also a familiar centre-back, the two centre-back split, and he just drops in so they can play as two centre-backs or three centre-backs if they lose the ball in transition. He does a really good job in that.
And of course, Louisville, at the beginning of their success, were almost exclusively playing a back three, so the mainstays would be familiar. Toshu's in his third season with the club. Not bad. 2 years with one team, 2 championships.
Beautiful.
Certainly do a lot worse. This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Game On Mouthguards. Francis with a tug of the shirt there from Fall. Referee giving advantage, but up to McCabe. Nice ball for Jimenez. Some space on this right-hand side. The strike towards goal, and it bounces off the top of the bar.
Beautiful.
Jimenez will certainly line one up every now and again. That one threatening Callum Irving.
Didn't look like nothing either, when he got it out of his feet. Such quality, such a purist when he strikes the ball, such good technique. Look, knows exactly what he's doing, get it out of his feet. Lovely, it's just dipping all the way and catches the top of that bar. Great strike there from the outside back. Such a gift being able to be comfortable on both feet. Exactly the way he is, you know, delivers with his left foot, delivers with his right foot.
Also in his third year with Louisville City, started 35 times a year ago, including the postseason. As we mentioned, on his first corners, 13 assists. For a player that doesn't really play as a winger, as a number 10, that's normally the position you have to play, but deliverer of set pieces and crosses. Enough to get him 13 assists on the campaign a year ago.
Yeah, I love everything about Jimenez. I really do. His work rate. I remember him last season, even in the lat stages, all the way up to the final, he's still box to box, still trying to get him down that line, and you're seeing it again this season. The versatility that he could play left back, he could play right foot, his quality from set pieces. He's got so much in his repertoire.
Francis.
But what I like the most about him is the fact that he gets forward. He just loves to get forward, and you know what? The best thing about that is by doing it, he hardly ever has to defend because he's so far up the field and he's pinning the opposition right back.
Bit of frustration there from John Hackworth, who wouldn't feel entirely comfortable with his side's 1-0 advantage. Despite having the balance to play, Howard taken quickly, will fall! And look the save, the header on the follow, just wide! And Haworth catching Louisville City out. The initial effort, well saved by Lund, and Thomas Milieu-Giguère heading wide.
He had an open goal, Giguère, just brilliant there. Great thinking, quick, does everything right there to get it out of his feet. Thinks he's missed his chance, and then there you see Giguère coming in, and he thought he'd scored, put it wide.
I thought he had as well.
It's exactly what you said about being uncomfortable in that 1-0 situation. Such a tough scoreline, and got to stay switched on, and that's a couple of times now. Louisville have fallen asleep when the ball's gone dead for Ottawa.
Caught napping.
Yeah.
Once on a throw-in and once on a free kick.
Quick free kick.
Does not seem like in the normal pattern of play, Ottawa looked like breaking down Louisville City, but
yeah, just catching them in those little moments, those laps of concentration, and they've had two real wake-up calls, Louisville City.
Perhaps as well, the alarm bells for them to maybe go get that second. Be a bit more comfortable.
He's been solid tonight. We spoke about his footwork and everything, but called upon, he's made some big saves.
73 minutes gone. It's Louisville City who lead by a lucky Kosana goal to 0. Will it be enough to get 3 points on the night? Ottawa Fury have been resolute in the year in defense, have scored just the 4 goals through 4 matches. It does have 2 games in hand on this Louisville side, of course. You'll see imbalanced schedules at times.
Always fancy the points in the bag, though. I know games in hand, but you always fancy the points already done, already played, already in your column.
Cristiano Francois not pleased with the award of a throw-in for Louisville.
You see the gaffer there, Hackworth, just trying to calm things down, stick to your game plan, keep moving the ball. When they've kept it down this side and switched it quick over to Jimenez, they've been out every single time.
Sham and Haworth are coming together, but those result in a throw-in for Louisville. Sean Francis. Attempting to play out. Not too much space to turn, but Francis found it, tries to find Kosana. Should say on the opening goal from Kosana was McCabe's delivery, so he'll get credited with the assist. With Louisville since 2015. Regular in the team whole of that time. Francois just allowed the ball to run for him. Now Haworth, a couple of options to aim at. Will loft it in towards Sam. And away there by Jimenez. Kosana trying to flick on. See McCabe's frustration there.
Just wanted Kosana to give him a little touch around the corner. That's the type of player McCabe is. Such a crafty little player, clever little player in those tight areas. He was looking for a little flick around the corner and they'd have been off.
Did you see Louisville now playing straight back three with Tosh not even coming forward that little bit? Rasmussen and Speedy Williams in front of that back four. Paco Craig with the tackle in for Oliveira, and able to win it. Kosana. Now Tosh does come that little bit forward, so you will see a dynamic shape. As first time ball there from McCabe giving away. Tosh trying to slide in and win it, and does. Well done. The 26-year-old from Illinois. Jimenez, lovely touch there.
Smooth.
The Elastico.
Didn't quite get it back there from Lucky Kosana. Smooth little feet there from Jimenez. Just a little change of the hips.
Fans reminder, Lou City plays again at home 10 nights from tonight. It is an ESPN Game of the Week. Tuesday, April 30th, 7 p.m. against Memphis 901. For tickets, visit loucity.com or call 502-LOU-CITY. Just a dummy header there from Jimenez. Allows McCabe to find some space on this right-hand side. 3 to aim at, but hits a defender. Come here for Rasmussen. Might McCabe have another bite at it? Instead, he'll retreat.
Disappointing from McCabe there. He's better than that in that little area. Great opportunity to deliver a ball. He's got better quality.
Pay and Rasmussen. The first time work there. The boys in purple. Craig. Now under some pressure there from Francois. Able to leave it for Pay and Tosh. Build up here from Louisville. Can it result in a chance? It won't, because Charlie Ward has won the ball for Ottawa Fury. Wallfall. And Haworth. Francois has used his pace plenty to try and get the better of either Craig or Francis, but that time Craig, as Francois stumbled, sliding in to poke out for a throw.
Great defending from the centre back again. Lovely little battle there. Him and Francois. Just see the big centre back reading the game, using all his ability with a lovely little tackle at the end. Perfect tackle as well. You want nothing more than that as a centre back. Look, it's perfect, lines up perfect just to catch the ball and a bit of the player. Always feels nice. There's that surface we talk about where you can just slide through it. But two lads competing well there. Francois wasn't bothered at all.
Sam, dispossessed. Now Rasmussen. Under some pressure from Jagnon Laparet and really nowhere to go. Throw in for Ottawa. As now we'll have a change on. The first of the game is a debut after being signed in midweek for Protais Mutambala, a native of Tanzania. He moved to Quebec City as a boy, has come on. And it's Kevin Oliveira who will make way.
Interesting there. I thought Oliveira had been a little bit quiet maybe as we're nearing into now the last part of the game, and fresh legs with substitute Utambala coming on.
And Craig away as that change is brought to you by MHS Global. McCabe trying to snap in and win the ball back. Fans, head to Twitter to vote on tonight's Dr. Mark Lynn and Associates VisionWorks Man of the Match. Poll will be open for the next 10 minutes. Vote now at twitter.com/LouCity.
Well, Sam getting frustrated to see the turnaround referee. Could have been a booking for me, pulling the shirt.
Should say about Mutambala, the substitute for Ottawa Fury. Signed after a trial with the club just this week, and comes from the academy at Montreal Impact, the Major League Soccer side. As it is delivered into the penalty area. The header is towards goal from Fall, and it nearly fell for the center back, Thomas Milieu-Giguère, but Lund able to hang on. How would you see Louisville handling these final 10 minutes, Sam, with just the 1-goal lead? Go for a second or hang on to the one? So you have a look here at the chance here for Ottawa.
Yeah, lovely delivery. Just see Fall, he does everything right. Just get a little touch. Just all he's looking for there is just that slight touch just to help it on, and then his runner's coming in, and he got the touch, but his teammates didn't help him with a run.
Francois towards that byline, but caught by Lund.
No, I don't think that Louisville are going to change too much. They might slow it down like this. They're not going to try and build out maybe as quick. They'll take their time. They'll possess the ball, and I think, as you said, as it goes into the last sort of 5-6 minutes, you might see Tosh just drop back a little bit deeper, be a little bit more defensive. Williams might come in. Rasmussen might just play a little bit more narrower, just as they hold on.
Can Ottawa Fury break down Louisville on that equalizing goal? Certainly come against the pattern of play for large stretches of this one, as Kosana is doing everything he can to get the ball forward, but poorly given away there by Louisville.
They've just got to kill the game for me, Louisville. They've been so good on the ball. Once they get the possession, don't be too hasty to try and just see what the game gives them and just possess it like they've been doing.
Speedy Williams with the tackle in on Gagnon Laparé. Here's Fall.
Sorry, I was saying Laparé just directing his teammate. He's looking as that ball gets played into him. He's trying to flick it around the corner first time, and he's got no one there.
Jam trying to apply the pressure. Howarth doing very well to turn. Do you see, at the moment, it does feel like a disadvantage for Ottawa to be going left to right on that infield section of the baseball diamond. It's so difficult, particularly to get your feet sorted out in that standing water. It does not look to have much depth to it, that area of the surface. Players almost running in puddles.
I agree. I also think it's I think if you're going in the last game, if you're in the last 8 minutes of the game, would you want to be shooting to the good end, or would you want to be maybe shooting to that baseball end? I'd probably go
Make life difficult for the goalkeeper.
Make it a bit difficult. You know, I think that's actually maybe in Ottawa Fury's favour in this last sort of 6 minutes of the game.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
That's what we spoke about, slowing the game down. They're not going to be in a rush. They'll set it all up, a couple of balls on the field, kick one off, all those little tricks.
Kosana taking down, leaving it for Rasmussen, who tried to get stuck in. Won by Ottawa Fury. Kosana slipping. There's been plenty of it on the night here at Slugger Field. Better way there from Taylor Pay.
Been some slips at some crucial times as well, if you're thinking about it.
Might wonder if it could lead to a goal. It hasn't yet. Lund. Now, Louisville City will try and apply the pressure. Irving, who's had an absolutely stunning night.
Couldn't do nothing about the goal. Lucky Kosana, great finish across his body. But apart from that, exactly right. He's been excellent.
We'll be tempted to make him man of the match, even if Louisville City win the game. And Jimenez with a tug of the shirt there. Mutambala, who at least booted away. We'll come here for Irving. Just over 5 minutes plus added time. For Ottawa to make the difference. They haven't really looked like it so far, but could deliver a ball here into the penalty area. And it's a free kick. It's awarded for Ottawa Fury. Haworth comes racing forward.
Great opportunity. You can see the rain coming down here. Tough surface, exactly what we spoke about. A little bit far out. It's going to be a tough one.
Forgive us for the technical difficulties from the ground as Ben Lunte stayed down. After the delivery into the penalty area, Lunte looks worse for it.
Just see Tosh waving off the physio, don't need to come on. He'll take his time, look to get up. He's not going to be in any rush for the last 3 minutes, 4 minutes of the game.
I believe these supporters are asking for red. It's only a talking to. Now free kick for Louisville City. Survive the final few minutes. Get 3 points. A time when certainly their health status is making that difficult. Speedy Williams sprayed out towards Jimenez. Instead, Utambala wins the header, but only as far as Jimenez.
They've combined well, Jimenez and Lucky down that right-hand side.
Luntaway. Header from Milieu Giguère, but only for Tosh. Kosana. Trying to play out these final few minutes. Kosana down the line for McCabe. Barnathan doing well, not only to get in ahead of the run, but clear forward. Not even had one change from Louisville City, which probably goes to show the state of the bench at the moment.
I agree, state of the bench, but also I think they've done very well. They've done very well.
We will have a change coming on in just a moment for Ottawa Fury, as the touch there nearly allowed Haworth to carry forward, but instead chance on here for Louisville. Francis into the path of McCabe, who will go towards the corner flag rather than try and turn and play towards goal, and he gives away. Francois, as Aiden Daniels is being prepared. Cristiano Francois towards more Sam. The tackle came in from Tosh, and it falls kindly for McCabe. That giveaway nearly led to a chance there for Ottawa. And we'll have a Louisville City change finally as ball is over the top towards Jam. So coming on, Alexis Suwahi being prepared, and he'll come on for Abdou Jam, so that's a straight defender for attacker. And then Aiden Daniels will come on for Fall. And here come the changes for both sides. Aiden Daniels making his third substitute appearance of the year on loan from Toronto FC in Major League Soccer. Did make his MLS debut a year ago. Now looking for more minutes for Ottawa. We will hold off a moment on the changes. And a free kick. And now the changes will come on. Alexis Suwahi will come on for Abdou Jam.
He's done everything right. Jam, apart from putting the ball in the back of the net, he's had a solid game. His hold-up play's been very well. His movement was good. He had the opportunities. Failed by 2 good saves, but that's it. And then the opportunity in the first half that just got stuck in the turf where he was waiting for it to come to him.
And that those substitutions are brought to you by MHS Global, above and beyond. Certainly it will be for Alexis Suwahi. Comes on for Jam.
Kill a bit
trot
of time.
Off.
See Jam there, take the slow trot.
A rare feat accomplished in tonight's match. We've yet to have a yellow card. Any discipline is presented by Four Roses Bourbon.
He's done well, the referee. I know he's been in for a bit of stick from Coach Hatworth at times, but he's done very, very well.
Maybe Four Roses Bourbon would like the game to be a bit more physical.
Yeah.
A few more tackles coming in.
I think it's at the tackles. Just 2 quality teams trying to move the ball around the park.
as we are into stoppage time presented by Sullivan University. The referee has added a minimum of 3 minutes to be added on at the end of this second half.
Just see Lucky Kasana moving into that centre forward position in those changes.
See Lund.
He's been outstanding for me.
Even the odd step is in standing water at times. As you said, if a shot comes in and he can't get his feet sorted out, that could be the chance.
Yeah, it's a problem. But he's done well. His feet have been excellent tonight. We spoke about it all game. His build-up's been brilliant. He's been, when he called upon, he's made the saves. Held onto the ball with in the crosses.
Rasmussen. An attacker coming in there from McCabe. See, Jagnon Laparé just wants her to get on with it.
Sees that clock ticking down, Laparé.
Tosh. McCabe in the path of Rasmussen. Now taken towards that corner flag very professionally. Trying to kill time, but even better work there from Carl Haworth. Not a usual defender, but able to at least play the ball off of Rasmussen to get the throw in. And Haworth will just get it forward.
I think he's found a great extra position for himself there. Haworth, he's been excellent today. At right back, normally plays the centre forward, as we mentioned. And
we'll have another change if there's time for it. Pat McMahon heading towards area near that fourth official. Charlie Ward. Haworth. Towards Sam, but well dealt with there. Louisville at the back, and now Rasmussen. Doesn't have too many options to play a pass, so just wants to go down and does. Haworth not pleased with the work there from Rasmussen. I believe we're going to have the change. Could be a 30-second cameo for Pat McMahon. He's allowed to come on.
These are the ones where you hope. Remember being on the bench in my own time, and you see in your contract you get appearance money. These are the ones you want.
I was just going to bring that up.
There you go, 30 seconds. Yes, I've got my appearance money. I'm on. We've won. I get my win bonus. Beautiful. Makes all the difference.
It does indeed. And McMahon, a 32-year-old or semi-pro player, played in PDL as well as did the lot. Now, come on. These final few minutes, and that change brought to you by MHS Global, above and beyond. Tosh lumping it clear. This should just about do it. And it is. Farhad Dartko signals the end of Louisville City taking 3 points. They're not down to much, Louisville City, in terms of available players, but they've gotten the job done. Lucky Kasana, our man of the match presented by VisionWorks, has done enough to get Louisville City the 3 points.
Goal scorer took his goal very well, worked really, really well down that left-hand side, right-hand side, should I say, with Jimenez. Often drifted inside, made it real difficult for Ottawa Fury's back four to mark. Real key important player in the game today. Excellent performance there.
And Lucky Kasana, the native of Zimbabwe, gets his first goal for the club, and it's enough to get Louisville their third victory on the campaign. They win by a 1-0 tonight over Ottawa Fury.
At Dr. Mark Leonard Associates, I focus on taking care of my family, but I also focus on taking care of your family. We firmly believe that you've got to give back. Our primary goal is to do what's right for the patient. If that means glasses, contacts, or treating an eye condition, we will be sure you get the care that you need. We want to take care of you the same way we take care of all our family. This is our family. And here at Dr. Mark Linden Associates, we're focused on your family, the community, and most importantly, your vision.
It's the city of champions, the city of soccer, Louisville City FC is game on with headers, strikes, and a whole lot of purple. Get the HD experience on My58 TV. Live from Louisville Tuesday at 7 p.m. Lou City FC in HD. Sponsored by Family Allergy and Asthma, Cosair Charities, and Liquor Barn. WBKI and WDRB are the official broadcast TV partner of Lou City FC.
When you're injured in an accident and it's not your fault, you have a choice to make. Deal with the insurance company on your own and hope they treat you fairly, or call Hughes & Coleman and get the help you need to make a full recovery.
We've helped thousands of people just like you, and we do all the work, so you can focus on getting better.
When you're injured, you don't have to face it alone. We're Hughes & Coleman, 800-800-4600.
Hey, need Social Security help? Same number.
Tired of the winter blues? Need a break from your daily grind? Ready to press pause and make time for you? Escape to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and let the calming surf, soft sand, and warm sun do the work. With amazing deals all along the coast, it's the perfect time for a seaside getaway. So make time for you. Visit Myrtle Beach, where happiness comes in waves.
Louisville City winners on the night by a 1-0. Chris Whittingham, Sam Stockley recapping this one. A great performance from Louisville City and hanging on the final 20 minutes to secure the 3 points. We can now bring you full-time highlights of this one. And the chances would come early and often for Louisville City. First, for Speedy Williams.
Third time's a charm with Speedy Williams there. Hits that ball fantastic. And there you see just Sam following up. At first we thought it was a miss, but look at this angle here. Wonderful little right-hand tip round the post from the goalkeeper with his fingers. They had trouble all night, Ottawa Fury, in these wide areas. Great overlapping run here from Francis, who was excellent again tonight defensively, but very important in the attack. Again, goalkeeper comes out, makes a wonderful save. So important, Ottawa Fury's goalkeeper Irvin today made 4 or 5 critical saves.
Well, I've already shown you 3 of them. First on that hit from Williams, and Jam denied.
Love this ball there into Speedy Williams. You're exactly right. Love the ball there into Speedy Williams. Just gets turned, rolls it perfect again for Jam. For me, I think he does everything right. Look, he lets it come across his body. He's patient, he's composed. He tries to go across the goalkeeper far corner. And there you see the keeper making a lovely save. And this was the only couple of opportunities that Ottawa Fury really had when Louisville switched off. Quick throw, and there was another one was a quick free kick. But gets in behind here, lets it set, and the goalkeeper gets his angles all wrong, thinks it's going wide, pulls his hands out the way and ricochets off the post. But Lund was excellent tonight, but got away with that one. And here's the goal. Lovely switch of play. Jimenez was up and down that side all game. Ball gets pulled back, and there's lucky Kasana making a great run to that near post, gets wonderful contact, flicks it into the far left-hand corner. Look at that waiting pass there, really good. McKay with the assist, pulls it back, and there's lucky Kasana flicking it into that far corner with a wonderful finish. And the goalkeeper, Irvin, couldn't do nothing about that, although he was excellent on the night for Ottawa Fury.
And the supporters who withstood a lot of rain enjoying that one. But here would be the best chance for Ottawa. Fall first, then Milio Giguère heading wide. That is probably the game for them.
Just a quick free quick. Like you mentioned, Louisville City fall asleep. Ball hits it, and then it goes wide there from the oncoming header.
And you would have thought that Milio Giguère was scoring from that. As we now bring you full-time stats delivered by Liquor Barn. Now delivering. Download the Liquor Barn app or order online today at liquorbarn.com. 19 shots in total, 64% possession. And that number really only comes down a little bit towards the end of the second half because Ottawa Fury were pressing for that equalizer.
100%. I thought to a man, Louisville City were excellent. You look at the back four, Jimenez, Pay, Craig, Francis, all outstanding. Then you had Lund behind him, and they possessed the ball well. Tosh playing as that new role for himself as a 6 in there was excellent today. Let's talk about Williams and Rasmussen, brilliant. And then on the other side, Moore Sam had his opportunities. Francois was excellent tonight, but there you see 10 shots, 3 on target, 19 shots, 6 on target from Louisville City.
And we saw all of them from Ottawa Fury. Some decent opportunities. As we can now show you our move of the game, and it has to be that from Oscar Jimenez.
Yeah, just
it's presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
Just stop-starts here, look. Sets it up perfect. Stops it, stop-starts. Moore Sam there just has to respect the touch and then flicks it round and carries on. Lovely little shimmy.
And that will just about do it for us this evening. For our terrific USL crew, I'm my broadcast partner, Sam Stockley. My name is Chris Whittingham. Louisville City, 1-0 winners on the night over Ottawa Fury.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
More athletic, more refined, more sport, more utility, more performance.